Raw power, explosive speed, flat roads and sprints, all I need. Zift hills, tension rises. Hard claws, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hard claws, feel the rush. Full set power, no time to hush. Pull up trainer, join the ride. Morning or night, let's go, we're right. Feel the rush, full send power, no time to hush. Pull up a trainer, join the ride. Morning or night, let's go, we're right. Been gaming since the Atari days. Traded joysticks for the cycling pain. Zwift on screen, trainer locked in tight. Every stream we bring the fight. Mrs. Hard close by my side. We suffer together, that's our vibe. No fake hype, just real sweat. This is as good as it gets. Hard claws, watch me fight. Full gas power, sprinting by. Lots of spiking, feeling nice. Pure explosion, pure delight. This is where we come alive. Feel the beat and feel the drive. Welcome to the stream right now. Let's go, let's ride, show me how. So too easy or full attack. Some days the legs won't cut me slack. Real talk flowing, keeping it true. Pain face moment, breaking through. Raw power, explosive speed, flat roads and sprints, all I need. Zift hills, tension rises. Hard claws, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hard claws, feel the rush. Full set power, no time to hush. Pull up trainer, join the ride. Morning or night, let's go, we're right. Hard claws, feel the rush. Full send power, no time to hush. Pull up a trainer, join the ride. Morning or night, let's go, we're right.
Ride on!
Please put your hands together and welcome a cyclist, a rider. We all know him. We all love him.
Exactly, physique. You gotta have all the suits. I have every shirt, all the hats. I came to give you
It's
my 8 inches.
Master!
Did someone order an 8-inch PP? Because we have a sandwich called a Pepe. And some people call it the PP. And they're like, yeah, can I get an 8-inch PP? And I'm like, it's not getting at home, huh?
redeemer. 25 laps, jungle road creator. He's the ultimate achiever. Wow. Peter's here. Let's start the show. Pedaling fast, watch him go.
Huh? It's working now. Finally. I was signing, but I don't know if American sign equates the same.
Oh man. Sometimes you gotta really dislike PCs.
Yeah. I was only saying that it was broken so you can't hear shit. I didn't say shit.
Yeah, I don't know why maybe the cord wasn't plugged in properly. Because I did move my PC yesterday. I've been getting some random graphics driver crashes on this new PC.
So it wasn't worth getting a new one?
Huh?
New one's shit?
No, I don't have a new mic.
No, the PC.
No.
No, Auslan, but keyword sign from Auslan. I don't know full Auslan.
Go back to Coco. This is a 5070 Ti in this PC.
Right on. Right on.
Also expensive now.
Yeah.
Cycling. LePage. By the way, LePage, in answer to your question from the beginning, I rode straight after Matt, like an hour later, and I actually rode 53 Ks. I did longer than him. Or further than him.
Oh, no, it wasn't that OBK. Normally it doesn't have to be redone, but the bike, even though we can see it was powered on, wasn't being detected by the PC. But I'd moved my computer yesterday, and so maybe the cord wasn't plugged in fully.
Apparently he needed it.
I don't have that much RAM. I only have 32.
Oh.
My old PC I had 64. I just ended up moving it to a different USB slot though anyway.
You know what I got for Christmas? I
Massage
got
chair.
a massage chair.
Yeah, I bought like 64 gig of DDR4 RAM in 2024, and it cost me, I think it was like 220 Australian. And now the exact same DDR4 RAM sells for 800 Australian.
Yeah, it's so expensive now.
Right on.
And then I bought a 4 terabyte NVMe card a couple of years ago, and that was 205. Now the exact same card, storage, 500.
Right on.
Yeah. So I think they said something like 80% of what's currently being produced is ending up in the AI data centers. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks, Bullet, for your raid. Appreciate it. Thanks for this couple of follows.
Nice.
New chatters.
Thanks for letting
Welcome,
us know
welcome.
that you couldn't hear shit.
Imagine being in the future, right?
Muted.
And the past has to tell us we've been muted. Fuck.
It's because the future didn't want them to know
Does that mean
what was going on.
we've been muted for like almost a full day?
Were
Holy
we muted
crap.
yesterday?
Nah. It was only last night that I moved it.
Well, why'd you move it?
Because I was trying to fix the PC. I had to check some, make sure the graphics card was cedar polished. I took it out, checked, put it back in.
This is normal time.
This is like 6:30, Smith. This is the time we're always on.
About half an hour ago. I see.
And the thing is I've disabled like any other device on this PC that could be used as a mic. So webcam, mic has been disabled. So we wouldn't have even known. Because normally if you had those other ones there, they would have just got picked up instead.
Do you get more viewers on your Chatterbait?
Sometimes. No, Smith, this has been the time we've been riding for years. I have to think then.
Aren't you his manager, LePage?
The page is like, as long as the paycheck turns up and the numbers are healthy, that's it. Job done. Yeah.
10 minutes? I think you're dreaming. But then he thinks about Doc, and it's all over.
Yeah. Sometimes the page sees it's not going to go as long as needed, and the screen will flicker, and it will be him, but he's pretending to be me, and he'll be like, "G'day, mate. G'day, mate."
Just finished putting shrimp on a barbie.
Yeah, I just been filming a prawn on the barbecue.
Americans don't get that we call it prawns. He'll still say shrimp.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
G'day, mate, you cunts. That works.
Oh, okay.
Do you use a different name based on the size of it?
Because we have prawns and then we have king prawns, which are the big ones.
Yeah.
Jumbo shrimp. It sounds like McDonald's sizes.
Yeah, normally we catch prawns in lakes.
Freshwater.
Yeah. Yeah, freshwater can still be salty a
Yeah.
bit, but not ocean water. Yeah, so instead of us calling them jumbo though, we don't call them jumbo prawns,
We call them king prawns.
king prawns. It's so stupid though in Australia. Australia probably has the best, like one of the best tasting prawns in the world. But we will sell prawns from Asia in Australia cheaper than our own prawns.
Yeah. Aussie prawns cost so much here. Actually, all Aussie food costs so much here.
Yeah.
You're better off going overseas and buying Australian produce. So much cheaper there. It's
You
the
guys
best
can
stuff.
probably buy freaking Australian beef cheaper than we can buy Australian beef. We are a screwed up country at times. But you guys probably have the same issue though too. You guys probably get stuff from other countries cheaper, where your own country is better, but costs more.
Right on.
Which kind of goes against the whole thing that I guess that Trump is trying to do. We're trying to make the American product the actual viable choice, right? We have crawfish here. Very rare to see them. Perhaps when you're talking like that type of seafood, prawns are expensive still, but they're not the most expensive. Oysters are more expensive. Lobster's more expensive. But we don't eat very much seafood at all. Like, well, Rachel doesn't like seafood.
I don't eat any seafood.
So, we're not like venturing into the seafood markets at all. Yeah, I'm gonna rock a plate, yeah.
Carbon shoes.
Huh?
Do you have carbon shoes?
Oh, carbon sole shoes, yeah. Yeah, this one, Amy, was custom made one. There's a guy in Sydney that was making them, and so this one only cost me 450 Australian. It does side to side, backwards, forwards, compared to
It's not a brand name. It's got no name.
yeah, compared to a brand name one. It was a lot cheaper. Definitely, if you're a handy person, you can make a rocket plate pretty cheap compared to buying one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most rocker plates are based on a very similar design. Yeah.
For that price, he had to have made it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he was taking a loss.
Yeah, if he didn't make it and he was buying them and then reselling them, yeah, he would have lost money. It's like almost like half the price. No, but he makes them. There's normally, especially during COVID, there was a bit of a turnaround for him to be making them because it's hard to get to stores to get parts, everything for it. I'm talking Australian Smith,
dollars.
and we're talking 2020 or 20, I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
So 5.5 years ago, we're talking about.
That's why I don't have a rocker plate.
To be honest, you at first you just pump the balls up more, so there's not as much movement. So that's how you would kind of start on it. To pump them up, make the balls a bit firmer. Yep. See, normally what will happen is, right, you start off with the balls firm, and like any ball, over time, they will start to deflate. And that ball deflating, you don't even notice it on the rocker plate that it's been deflating, and you actually have a lot more movement until one day the ball fails and completely deflates. Then you know you need to change the ball because the rocker plate will just go bloop. Not completely, but sometimes I notice it though if it's gone too low or they're not like kind of evening each other out, because you'll be riding and you'll feel like you're leaning one way or the other. But one of the big keys to a rocker plate is because like you spend so long without one and you're pretty, firm with your hands on the handlebars. But when you got a rocker plate, so if you've got a rocker plate and if you hold too firm, right, what will happen is you tend to like swing the bloody bike. You'd be like, and it feels all weird. Where on the rocker plate, it's almost just like having your fingertips just like there resting. It's like, and you just kind of got to let it like this flow. You don't need to like hold this thing at all. And just let it naturally rock side to side. You can change to between the two parts of it. There's a rail that it slides along with a spring. You could change the spring on it to give you more or less kick. That makes sense? Oh yeah. Like considering that the rocker plate, especially a full length rocker plate, you're basically putting zero strain on your bike, because your bike's is just pretty much just there, and it's the rocker plate absorbing your movements. Plus, a very big positive, especially for those who have bigger watts in sprinting, you are not going to be bouncing anywhere. So that good old trainer hopping along the floor when you're sprinting, or you got to bloody get off and straighten the thing up because you turned yourself sideways. None of that. Like, you imagine if you're sprinting and your trainer is hopping along and twisting sideways, imagine the pressure and strain that is being added to your bike doing that. Because effectively, that's your frame pulling that trainer forward or moving that trainer side to side. That's your frame doing that from your power.
I get too scared when anything moves or rocks or adjusts.
Yeah. But OBK, on Facebook, there is a group, Rocker Plates group. I don't see them post as much. The cord though. Just called Rocker Space Plates. If you just jump onto like that Facebook group, you can potentially pick up rocker plates so much cheaper, and maybe someone in your area does make them. Because you can generally pick up one that's made by somebody, and the beauty of somebody making one for you, they can provide like all the cutouts in the right area. So the thing that this guy does, that I got it from, on the kicker V5 V6, he actually came up with a way that you unscrew the feet, and he's provided bolts and stuff. So my trainer is actually bolted to the rocker plate through where the feet go. And then on the back of the V5, there's like this rubber plate thing that can come off. So that comes off, and then it's bolted out in the back of it. So this is bolted to the actual rocker plate.
And then you just had to tie down the front.
Yeah. And then you normally on a rocker plate with a kicker, you need to offset the flywheel. So you definitely need to put a weight on the other side. So that's why I got the weight near the leg. And then I just got a couple of straps to hold the weight against the leg. It's excess. And my only biggest thing I had was I kept on moving and twisting the front wheel. So I strapped the front wheel down. But if I knew I needed to strap the front wheel down like this, I would have got him to put cutouts near the wheel to be able to strap down the wheel. That's a very good question, Smith. I don't even know.
I think you can find out on Strava, can't you?
Yeah, but he's talking about on the road itself. Could be maybe 20, 30,000 kilometers, maybe, on the road. Are they those, without looking at your link tennis, are they those tennis ball feet things? Yeah. My biggest thing with those is still the fact that already on a kicker core, like Texas, when you're sprinting, right, you'll be able to move your kicker core and make it hobble along or jump along. If you had some feet with tennis balls on it, does that mean you're going to be able to make it move along more? Because then you wouldn't have feet on the ground, you'd have tennis balls touching the ground. That would be my biggest concern with using the tennis ball method. Smith, if you're not bouncing your kicker six forward or moving it side to side, that just means you didn't have big enough power. Why no, bro? Is it? Oh my god. Probably not Texas, because I do have work tomorrow. But it would need to have been at least, like, if it's 30 minutes to an hour earlier than what we did last week, and you're desperate and need a fourth, then I can do it
Tomorrow.
Yeah, but ideally, we just need to be like half an hour to an hour earlier. Yeah. Yeah, all right. That's cool. If you definitely need a four, I can do it. Like if you, but to be honest, if we do it half an hour earlier on the Friday, so you're 1 p.m., then we can just adjust our rest day from Friday to Thursday anyway, and do a rest day today instead. And I can do it. It's just in a couple of weeks' time when the kids are back at school, I can't do later than that. Like the time we did it last week, I couldn't do. Yeah. But yeah, let me know. Yeah, fuck that guy. Just tell him if he wants to ride with me, needs to be earlier. There's no one else, you know, Texas? No other fat, washed up cyclists and a runner? Whoa, Smith, are you calling Rachel a fat, washed up cyclist? That's
Aw,
not nice.
It's a bit mean.
That's what I mean. You don't have anyone else? Mr. Selective? You have to be a special type of shitness for Texas to want you in this team, everybody.
Oh no.
Oh, really, LePage?
What are you gonna do while you're working, man? Like look out for criminals or something?
Lean close, lend an ear. Mrs. Hardclaws, my wife is here. Now she stops there, not my terrain, but sprays. Yeah, her spirit takes reign. After still a sweet tradition she keeps. Chocolate ice cream cones, eat that breakfast she eats. So welcome Mrs. Hardclaws to the chat, where petals spin tails and together we try and draw back.
Oh, man.
Right on.
What's the cost anyway, Texas? Zuma would ride too fast for us. Our hilly route's not that bad. Look, to be honest, I do complain a lot about hills, and I do hate climbing hills, but I can climb hills. It's just that I'm not fully committed to climbing hills. That's it, OBK. You know how long it takes to get the Tron when you're only doing a very minimal amount of climbing? Hey, Filthy. Yeah, back before bike upgrades, like the Tron was basically the bike to have, right? Like this was the best all-round bike. So at the time, it was definitely worthwhile to invest in getting it. Now, it's just a glorified glowy bike. I just don't get why, when they made the changes in the bike, like brought in bike upgrades, why the Tron was not changed to a climbing bike. This should be the Halo version of an Athos. You know what I mean? Like, why have 3 Halo bikes that are all exactly the same thing, only good on the flat? Fucking stupid. BK loves Zwift. LePage, what are you talking about, man? Very passionate. BK is a funny one. Last stream I went into of his, I was asking him if he was doing the US titles on Training Peaks Virtual. And then I was saying to him about it being such a shame that the platform wasn't still free when they had access to the titles, as they may have got more riders, because more riders would have given the platform a go. And he was having a good discussion with me around that why would TPP want to be free and give people stuff for free, blah, blah, blah. And then the other day, he pops into my stream and he's like, yep, hi Claus, looks like you were right. I'm listening, because they've opened up all these events now on TPV for 3. You don't have to pay for a whole bunch of races.
Robot cycling sounds cool.
The TPV is in a very tricky position. They can see Zwift, where people are willing to pay money to ride on Zwift. Then on the other hand, you can see my Whoosh, completely free.
Where people have to get paid to ride it.
Yeah, where they still struggle massively to get people to want to ride it and consistently ride it. And they're in the middle. We are at break.
Yeah.
Right. Let's rewind a little bit. So we've got Zwift. People willing to pay on Zwift. We've got my Whoosh for free, but struggles to get people to even ride it. And then you got Indie Velo. Indie Velo chose to go the route of Zwift and want people to pay to use it. If my Whoosh is over here running a platform for free, and these people over here still won't go over there and use it, then what makes you think you sitting here going with the Zwift model, you're going to get people wanting to ride it? My Whoosh is super, the Indie Velo are free. That's what I mean. What are you trying to say? It's better? I haven't ridden Indie Velo in quite a while, or Training Peaks Virtual, whatever we call it. But people still do say that, like, the dynamics of it is supposed to be really good. I don't know.
Ride on.
Yeah, my Whoosh a lot of times just feels like a cycling climbing simulator.
Ride on.
But to be honest, like 2025, 2026 so far, I feel that Zwift has been in a pretty good place. There always seems to be something on, something to work towards. So it's never just a case that you're just getting on to ride. If you don't want to, if you want those challenges to work towards, there always seems to be something there. Yeah, but see, because you don't ride as much though, Texas, so you're not worried about, you know, frame upgrades and that stuff. So we enjoy doing things like, you know, Tour de Zwift, Tour de Worktopia, the Unturn, whatever you called it, Unbound, or whatever that thing was called. Zwift games. To be honest, Texas, if you leveled up the TT bike to level 5, it definitely will make a difference. I feel like they're in a good space with what they're offering and consistently having something going all the time. It would be nice if they shared the same love to with running, like they do with cycling, would be nice. Zwift running is like the bloody forgotten stepchild. Doc will be doing an effort every time after Hilly KOM. Then you have to wait for it. How's your back, Texas? How's your back? How's the last time I spoke to you? Good, you're back. Ah, damn. You should get some TT bars for your bike, Texas. Some TT bars on your Zwift ride. You can be like cruising along. I've got what games? I haven't actually used it. Our son tried it once, but it's sitting there in the one day I will try it basket. Yeah, I really need to drink. I haven't been drinking at all.
Right on.
I think that's what Zwift lacks, though. That's it's our maximum power available. So that comes from exert,
Right on.
X-E-R-T. So basically, it's pretty much like our battery, our power. If you've used anything like Source, it's kind of like your W bow. So when you do efforts above your FTP, battery will deplete And then when you get under a certain power level, your battery replenishes. Sometimes my battery tells me it's full, but I feel like absolute shit.
I have a much smaller battery.
My battery looks big because I have high watts for sprinting. So it does mean though my battery can drop very quickly down before it levels out. Oh, no, it's pretty accurate though. Like, if you're not watching it and you just go and ride, especially a race, and when you ride hard and you basically get to that point of failure where you've pushed as hard as you can and you get dropped. Normally when you go then and look at your stats after the race, pretty much exactly where you got dropped is when that MPA got to its lowest point it can go. So the lowest point your MPA can go is to your FTP. So mine would go down to about 293, something like that. That's the lowest it will go. And so many times, yeah, when I've blown, and you go back and look at the stats, where I blew, and that line, they intersect. So it's pretty accurate.
And then you get a breakthrough.
Yeah. But what you need to do is get things called breakthroughs where you basically deplete it and get it down to your FTP, but you actually have more. That's when you get your breakthroughs because you've improved. But it uses your whole power profile to work out what your FTP is and all that. So no need to do any FTP tests, none of that stuff. Just calculates it from all the rides that you do, all your power data. So, but it can start to be a little inaccurate if you just constantly, like say you just ride with a robo pacer like this. It'll eventually become very inaccurate because you're not pushing yourself. So we generally do at least one race a week.
When he says we, he means himself.
I try and convince Rachel to do a race a week as well. Yeah, I told Rachel that she did average 2.4.
Huh?
Nice, Lauren. I was telling you she averaged 2.4. Do you like racing OBK? Do you find it fun? Why did you have no choice? Or why did she have no choice?
Because he has a gun
Oh, fuck. Or handcuffs.
and handcuffs and a badge.
Horseman lever. He hasn't done any races since then, though. Yeah, that's fair. Pretty funny though. I only race like normally once a week now. Saturday morning. Back in the day, when I was racing outdoors, especially in summertime, I was racing 6 days a week. I mean, at the moment, if I race like twice a week, I'll be screwed the next week. Feels like I would never get back to a fresh state. Yeah, like Sydney for cycling. Actually, like a few streets in Australia are really good for cycling and racing. Just so even weather-wise. Like we don't get snow. It doesn't get that cold. Well, it gets cold, but so even in winter time you could race outdoors. I used to race Monday night, Tuesday night, crits. Wednesday night used to be on the track. Friday night on the track. Saturday afternoon racing on the road. Sunday morning racing on the road.
So just Thursdays off.
Yeah, you sent me out just Thursdays off. Never trained, just raced.
Well, racing was your training.
Yeah, but the problem with that, when I was young doing that, those races are only generally around an hour 15. So,
Sometimes you rode there.
yeah, not much. So my body was only ever conditioned to bloody ride for just over an hour. Anything longer, I'd start to cramp up. And to this day, I still cramp up. But I was saying, man, if I had access to this when I was bloody in my teens, a completely different ball game. Like when I was young, I was good. Good for what I was doing. My stepfather on the weekend had to come to our house to feed the dogs. And he left on our dining room table these two newspaper articles from like I think it was 1998. And they were me in the newspaper. Articles of me in the newspaper. Training for the Olympics and shit. But my biggest problem was I didn't go outdoors and train and do the big long Ks. So I used to dominate the short racing scene, the crits. Like, I think it was like 21 out of like 25 races over the summertime. That was like the top cat races. And I was racing at the time against guys same age as me that went on to win medals at the Olympics on the track. One guy rode the Tour de France, actually had the yellow jersey as well. Won stages they used to race against here. One of our family friends, or pretty much like part of the family, comes to everything that our family does. My brother's best friend. He's 1 year younger than me, but he was a world champion, junior world champion on the track, and then he was did he win gold at the Olympics, at the Paralympics? So he was on the tandem with a blind rider, so he was the pilot. And I can't remember if they won gold, but they won a medal at the Olympics and at the Worlds. I was up there. The other people that I was racing against sometimes beat them, sometimes they beat me. As long as it didn't go more than an hour and 15 minutes. And go over an hour and 15 minutes, I'm there like, cram, bye guys. Done. Yeah.
And we've got a son who looks exactly like Matt when he was a kid, like same body, same physique, everything. No interest in sitting on a bike.
Nah. But OBK, just to give you like a demo of like what we can do, and it's not that huge of an effort, right? So we're just sitting here like this, and we can just go, yeah, when you see 1400 watts, yeah, like that. Yeah. I'm just like naturally a power sprinter. I don't go to the gym, nothing like that. I don't train sprinting. That's just natural. But the problem is, regardless of having a very strong big number sprint, you can't get to the finish line with enough energy, and that's where that MPA thing comes in. If you get to a finish and that MPA says you only got 300 or 400 watts, then you ain't pumping out 1400 watt sprints. So there's actually a key to your good old training and keeping that thing as high as possible. Because we have our threshold, and then you have what they call your lower threshold power. Your lower threshold power is pretty much the power that when you go above it, burns carbs. Under it, burns fat. the higher you can get the lower to your threshold power, the quicker you can get to recovery. If you got like say a threshold of 300 and you can get your lower, say, to 270, then you only need to drop 10% off your FTP in a race to start to recover. So you can recover a lot quicker. But if your lower is, say, at 200, you know, you're going to need to drop like 35% of your power before you even get to recover, which isn't always doable.
Mine's close together, but it's because my top power isn't that good. Yeah.
Which is why I do a lot of riding with pace partners. Because pace partner power is close to my lower. So it helps me try and work on increasing that. So then I have the ability to recover quicker. A lot of triathletes will have a threshold power and a lower threshold power that are pretty close to each other. So that way you don't have to drop that much power to get a bit of recovery going. But normally having a close lower and threshold generally means you have a lower top end. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you can ride at threshold and it doesn't feel like you're gonna run out of juice, that's not a bad thing.
I'm only riding 40.
But that also does mean that you can probably push your threshold a little bit more. Like, I'm not sure like what you would consider to be an ideal percentage difference between the two numbers. Like, %, 20%? But I've definitely noticed it in races outdoors. When my lower threshold, I used to have like, for a while, FTP was over 300, but my lower was like at 180. And races were smashing me. But even though my FTP was good, I just couldn't recover in races because the lowest in races I was going was like 220, 230 watts. So I was constantly never in a position to recover. But once that number, the lower went up, you know, I was back to winning races because I could recover. And as a sprinter, I need to recover. I need get that number up. Like I need that MPA, the battery, recharge as much as possible to have a good strong sprint. End of the day, though, the key to riding is knowing what type of rider you are. Because if you're not like naturally a power sprinter, like you can train your sprints, but you're never going to have the explosive kick as someone who naturally can do it. But doesn't mean you can't sprint. You got to sprint differently. It's like you said, you might struggle to hit 900, right? But you could probably hold 900 longer than I can hold 900. That makes sense. Normally, like even on Zwift, I'm waiting for under 300 meters, 250, even 200 before I'm launching my sprint. Someone comes along and pumps out 700-800 watts, started like kilometer before the finish, I'm going to be screwed because I'm going to have to pump out some watts to try and stay, which is then going to leave me with very little to sprint with. Which on Zwift, that happens quite a lot. A lot of people always will try and get away right at the end, and hopefully they jump and nobody chases. Got 2 more kilometers and we're done. You can see Owen's comment over there on YouTube. Was. I just I didn't even see it. Owen's comment over there on YouTube.
Oh.
A while ago though. All right. There we go. 60 Ks. 1123 calories. Beautiful. Alexa, turn off the fans.
Okay.
Kilometers ahead.
Well, I can't hear. What's
2 kilometers ahead at today's.
Yeah.
But that doesn't include any rest days.
All right. Let's end that. All right, let's go see who we can raid. I gotta do a shower, get ready to work. Thanks everybody for joining us today. Always appreciated. Let's see. All right, probably just jump over to Lumo. All right, let's go over to Lumo. We are out. Looks like I might be back tomorrow, though, to do a TTT. We'll see. If we're back tomorrow, then we'll see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you on Saturday. We out of here.
Another stream is winding down. Thanks for hanging around. We pushed the watts, we made it through. Couldn't do it without you. Mrs. Hardcore's right here with me. This community is family. Real effort, real sweat.